Hey, it's Rob and welcome to Axel's Garage. Today we're doing something a little different around the garage and the house. We noticed this year, I would assume, I don't know, here's how it started. We were cleaning alongside the garage and I moved a pail of like metal stuff that had to go to the dump, and there was ants everywhere, little tiny black ants everywhere. And then we realized that all around the garage were these little tiny black ants, and then we started realizing we had them all around the house. Nothing inside the house, but all around the house, in the yard, on the deck, on the patio, everywhere we sit when we're outside, little tiny black ants. So I had Emily take a ride over to our local Ace to get some of the Ortho home defense stuff that we usually spray around the outside of the house every couple of years when we see that we have a lot of insects. And the entire wall of Ace insect stuff was out of stock, and she actually saw the guy ahead of her walking down that aisle grab the last one. So I'm like, something's up this year, and I asked some of the guys at work and they're all having the same issue with really small black ants all around the outside of their house. I can only guess that it has to do with just how the weather was this spring, whether it be the hot and the cold or the longer spring. It was kind of cool longer, I don't know, humidity, something is affecting, because the whole they're constantly sold out of all the outdoor insect stuff. So we're going to do a little hack here, and we're going to use borax. Guys that have swimming pools might know this stuff, because this is bleach and borax is the supermarket way to treat your swimming pool. But we're going to use borax, and we're going to use mason jars. I bought these at Walmart. They're 4-ounce mason jars, quarter pints. I think they were like $10 or $11 for a dozen. So we got 2 dozen because I'm going to make a dozen for my house, and we're going to make a dozen for my daughter's house. And all you got to do is take these jars, and we're going to put a mixture of borax, sugar, and water, and we'll show you how to make the mixture. But what they are their baits. So what's going to happen is the ant is going to go in, get some food, and then go out back to the ant house. I think they call it a colony, right? An ant colony. It's going to go in the ant hole, down in the things, and hopefully feed it to everybody else, is the theory behind it. So you need to put a hole in the lid. So what I did on just one of them was, you could see the lids have a little like thing so you could date them. So I used that as my line, and I'll show you why I wanted to make it off center. And then I just took an old chisel that I had in the garage. I kind of dressed up the edge a little bit, and I just hit it with a hammer on a piece of wood, and we'll go outside and we'll do a couple of them, just show you, and made a little opening. And what's going to happen is the ants are going to go in to the opening, they're going to grab some food, and then they're going to leave and bring it back home. Now the reason why I made it off center is because anywhere that you put these down where it might rain on top of them, water will get in and dilute your mixture. So what you do is you lay them down this way, say in your flower beds or wherever you're having your ant problem. You lay them sideways so that the ants can still go in. The mixture sits on the bottom because we only fill it up about halfway, and the ants can go in, get some food, and come back out, and it's a little hole for the ants. That's it. That's all you got to do. So we'll go outside, we'll grab some of these lids, and I'll show you exactly what I do to make the lid nicey nice, so we can go to the next step. Alright, so I'm just out here. I got a scrap piece of 2x4. I put the lid down, take my little chisel there right on the line, give it a couple of shots to make the little hole, and it's that easy. Now we're going to have to go through 24 of these. 3 shots, boom, little hole. That's all there is to it. The little big dummy is behind the camera today, and guess what he's going to do now? He's going to turn the camera off and do the rest of the lids. Okay, while the little big dummy is punching holes in all the lids on all 24 jars, we're going to make the mixture up. So it's 4 to 1. 1 borax, 4 sugar. So I'm using this, I think it's a cup. I'm going to go 1 on the borax, and then I'm going to go 4 on the sugar. I got to find the sugar. Stand by. 1.
Use the same scooper for the borax and the sugar. That way,
3,
it's a little surprise for the family.
4.
They go to make their coffee.
Yes, I use different scoopers. Okay. Now we gotta mix it up. I need a mixer.
Just shake the bowl around.
Now you gotta make sure it's mixed up good.
You're gonna use the, there we go. Now let's make some pancakes on Sunday morning.
We're gonna wash it. You have a swimming pool. You don't put borax in your swimming pool?
Where's the fun in washing here? And no.
Really? What do you buy shit at the pool store?
Yeah.
Stop doing that. All you need is bleach and borax. When I had the pool, I put a cup of bleach.
Bleach is 87% water.
It's fine, but I put a cup of bleach and a box of borax. It costs less than $5 a week to maintain a pool.
Is that your tip?
Yep.
Maybe the guy with the green pool should try that.
That's fine.
You should.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, so now we got our bleach and borax.
There's no bleach.
Bleach and borax. We have our. How did I get stuff all over that?
That's all borax.
We have a cup of borax, 4 cups of sugar, and it's all mixed together. Now we just gotta need a little water.
Can we establish what borax is?
It's some kind of crushed mineral.
That sounds very technical.
Yeah. No, really, it's like a crushed stone or mineral,
Stone.
something like that. So now we're just taking a little bit of water in this ugly cup, and just a couple of ounces is all we're putting in. If you put too much in, you can
It needs to be a slurry.
always, you want it to be like a dry slurry.
Did you ever read what borax is?
Some kind of stone,
Did
right?
you ever read
You
the
know?
story?
No.
There's a story. It's on the box. The story is on the box.
Meh.
This guy's
I
making a
said
mess.
he should play the Breaking Bad theme song and wear a mask.
Or Walter White? Yeah, that needs to be wetter.
It should be like a paste, I feel
But how's the paste gonna trap and drown?
You're not trapping and drowning.
Oh, they're bringing him back to that.
Yes.
They're bringing him
Mass
back home.
genocide.
Mass genocide.
like.
Got
Some
it.
may say jihad. I wouldn't say that.
I'd take that out of there. That's against YouTube's policy.
You know you can't curse in the first 5 minutes of the video? Otherwise it gets demonetized. You can't make ad revenue.
All right, so maybe this, using this whisk wasn't the
Milk
best
was a
idea.
bad choice.
Yeah.
In 1881, borax was discovered in Death Valley, California. A team of mules formed a 100-foot-long team and took 10 days to transport 10 tons of borax from the remote mines in Death Valley to the railroad so it could be boxed and used in homes all across America. More than 100 years later, borax is still focused on delivering a natural clean for homes everywhere. Borax is made up of one ingredient with 3 naturally occurring elements. Boron, we got a couple of those here, sodium, and oxygen. This natural multi-purpose cleaner has many uses, including freshening carpets, wiping down surfaces, cleaning smelly shoes, boosting laundry, mass genocide of insects and ants, and so much more. Just like the heritage of its mule team, borax works hard to keep clean and tackle your toughest messes.
All right, great. So, here's our mixture. It's wet but grainy is the best way I could describe it. All right,
It's like cookie dough before you put the flour in.
Or
And-
the chips.
and that's it. A heaping tablespoon.
Does it have an odor? You're supposed to. No odor.
None.
So what attracts these insects?
I think no odor to us, but I think they can smell. Some people put honey.
The sugar, the sweetness.
Some people put honey in it.
You need sugar?
So I don't
But-
put honey.
I got it, right?
I don't. A lot of people say you don't need that. That's just baloney because the insects can smell it. Just because we can't smell
The
it.
insects smell baloney?
Okay. Got our 24 made. Here's 12 for Amanda.
Now we're gonna map the house.
And here's our 12. And now we're going to bring them outside. And I'll show you exactly what you do with them. So the object is to put them where you see the ants. So that the ants go in them. They get some borax goodness. and they bring it back to their house. And the reason why we got them off center is so that we can lay them down. So like over here, we notice a lot of ants in this area. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and instead of putting it upright where if it rains it's going to get water in it, I'm just going to put it sideways like that, so the lid is on the top, and naturally the ants are going to get attracted to it. I guess they could smell the sugar. I don't know. And I'm just going to leave it right there. The ants should go into that, get the food, and bring it back to the colony. Another spot where we had a lot of ants was on the side of the garage here. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take one, and I'm just going to put it with the opening towards the top, and leave it right there. And if you live in a house that has a basement and you have basement windows and you have these window wells, that's a big spot for insects to get into your house. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it sideways inside there. And that's pretty much it. You just go around your house, spots where you see ants, you put them, and once all of the borax goodness is gone, you can just refill them. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you've tried something like this, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.